Welcome back to the news at 10. The Secretary General of the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, Mohamed Barkindo, is proposing the use of technological innovation to curb climate change. At the ongoing COP25 conference in Chile, Mr. Barkindo reiterated the group's support for the Paris Agreement, calling for greater cooperation because, according to him, the oil market must be considered as part of the solution to climate change.
At OPEC, we listen attentively to scientists. We wholeheartedly support the Paris Agreement and the ethos of multilateralism that underpins it. The core elements of the convention, particularly historical responsibility and national circumstances, must be adhered to. We recognize, Mr. President, the complexity and magnitude of climate change. We live it in our countries. There is no panacea for global warming. All viable mitigation and adaptation measures are necessary. Technological innovation, including CCUS, enhanced investment for energy access, and improved energy efficiency must be part of the solution. The oil industry, Mr. President, is committed to both. The oil industry must be part of the solution to the impacts of climate change. The energy transition must be holistic, inclusive, fair, and equitable in accordance with the core UNFCCC principle of common but differentiated responsibilities and respective capabilities.
From the environment to business news, and here's Anne Waudu.
Welcome to Business News. Let's begin today with oil prices. They have dropped about 1% following a surprise increase in U.S. stockpiles. Global oil price benchmark Brent futures fell by 1% to settle at $63.72 a barrel today, while U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude dropped 0.8% to settle at $58.76 a barrel. Reports from the U.S. Energy Information Administration shows that the country's crude stockpile rose unexpectedly last week up to 822,000 barrels, and that's when you compared with analysts' expectation for a 2.8 million barrel drop. The Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries released a more bullish outlook for the year 2020, forecasting an average of 29.58 million barrels per day demand for its crude next year. However, U.S.-China trade tensions are still going on to cloud that outlook. Foremost automobile dealer and the sole representative of Ford Motor Company in Nigeria, Coscharis Motors PLC, is introducing the 2020 edition of Ford Edge, which is equipped with Co-Pilot 360, a safety feature that gives full confidence to drive the car. Speaking during the unveiling at the 20th Abuja International Motor Fair, the General Manager, Marketing and Corporation Communications at the Coscharis Group, Mr. Abiona Baride, says that the introduction is to ensure that Ford in Nigeria had equal share of the best from the American automobile manufacturing giant.
An array of beautiful Ford automobile, all on display, bringing to life the 20th edition of the Abuja International Trade Fair. Today, however, there is a new bride about to be unveiled. She is the new Ford Edge, a bride now uncovered to the delight and admiration of all. The new Ford Edge comes with innovative features to deliver a sophisticated and modern driving experience.
It's exceptionally good, and this is a great moment for Nigeria and Nigerians because so many innovations are now coming in. And I believe, on behalf of the Honorable Minister, I'm happy to announce that these are some of the things that will develop Nigeria and Nigerians as well to make sure this economy has growth to any highest level.
Mrs. Rukayat Dahiru has been a Ford customer since 2012, and she believes the latest Ford is the car for the future.
It is a car for the future. You know, it has all the gadgets that you can ever think about. And the most interesting part is that it has a wireless charging port. So you can just place your phone in here and then your phone charges by itself. I mean, how it can be better than that?
The new Edge has a Ford Copilot 360 feature, which is 5 standard components comprising a rear view camera, blind spot information system with cross-traffic alert, pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking, lane keeping system, and auto high beam headlamp starts. Charis Motors is the sole representative of Ford Motors in Nigeria and offers after-sales services for the new Edge.
We're not introducing the Ford into the market, but we're also giving you the rest of mind, which is your after sales, in terms of having the original parts in our custody, having the right tools to fix this part, and having certified Ford technicians that have been trained over time to also deliver your after sales.
The company believes the new Edge is a Ford you can afford, and it will take you to the edge of your game.
Let's head to the local market now. A 7-day losing streak has been going on. The equities market has recorded its first gain within the month of December amid continued sell pressure and mixed investor sentiments. Teniola Shibawale has the details.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. The stock market halted the 7-day downturn, which has dominated this month, with renewed bargain hunting for low-price, high-value equities at the close of today's trading session. The 0.19% rebound on the NSE's main index and 24 billion naira recovery in market value, which comes amid mixed sectoral performance, is largely attributed to gains from MTN Nigeria and some mid-cap equities added support. Market breadth ended with a slightly negative margin of 12 gainers, led by 9.26% increase on CNI Leeson's share price, against 13 losers, led by 8.33% loss from Union Diagnostics. Total volume of shares traded for today was lower by about 10% compared to Tuesday's session, at 180.22 million units in nearly 3,000 transactions, led by the shares of UBA, Zenith Bank and Guinness. And that's the Stock Market Report. I'm Teniola Shibawale.
Thank you, Teniola. The decision by the U.S. Federal Reserve to keep interest rates unchanged lifted major global stock markets today. Investors are still monitoring the development deadline of Sunday for implementation of trade tariffs between the world's two largest economies. Let's see the numbers for today. That's Business News Tonight. Thank you for watching. I'm Anne Nwawadu. It's back to you, Joma.
Thanks a lot, Anne. The Nigeria Incentive-Based Risk-Sharing System for Agricultural Lending has launched a credit risk guarantee project aimed at empowering smallholder farmers and boosting agricultural production on a structured and sustainable basis. At the launch in Zaria, Kaduna State, the managing director of NIRSAL, Aliyu Abdul Hamid, described the invention as revolutionary.
The Credit Risk Guarantee, CRG, is a core product offered by the Nigeria Incentive-Based Risk-Sharing System for Agricultural Lending for minimizing the risks associated with agriculture and agribusiness finance and investment.
The complex is...
Now Marco Nigeria Limited and Lorib Agro Allied Company are beneficiaries, having secured over 2 billion naira from their financiers Stanbic IBTC Bank with guarantee from NIRSAL. The formal launch of the project is done at Now Marco factory in Zaria.
Now Marco, through this successful outing, has created over 5,000 jobs, direct and indirect, not to talk of the smallholder farmers who are the suppliers of maize, sorghum, soybean, millet and sesame seeds in Kaduna and the neighboring states.
There are testimonies about the CRG project intervention.
We are glad to go into a partnership with the Central Bank of Nigeria through NIRSAL to provide financial support in form of low-interest credit facilities to thousands of farmers.
NALMACO has assisted in boosting the socio-economic status of our farmers in this part of the country.
The state government sees the intervention as a burden shedder.
Kaduna State would collaborate with any partner to achieve food security and self-sufficiency in the state and country at large. To the farmers should take agriculture as a business, not development program. They should use good agronomic practices in achieving good yield.
NIRSAL officials, led by the managing director, moved to Lorry Ventures, an agro-allied company, another beneficiary of the project.
For what you see here today is a strategic intervention with the support of NIRSAL guarantee and the financing by Stanbic IBTC, whereby by supporting Lorry B in the middle of the chain, we are also supporting the farmers.
The factory has 90,000 metric tons of combined grain storage facilities in Kaduna and Ogun states.
This facility have impacted over 450 farmers, small farmers within the company value chain, and about 2,000 small farmers as at 2019.
Collaborations such as this will no doubt boost the agricultural value chain and add to the growth of the country's gross domestic profit if sustained.
American federal agents have seized a jet allegedly belonging to a Nigerian who is reportedly charged in an international fraud scheme. A media report says agents collected evidence from the plane and a K-9 team swept the plane of drugs and other contraband. The identity of the suspected Nigerian man has not yet been disclosed. Still ahead on the news at 10, Myanmar's leader Aung San Suu Kyi defends her country against claims of genocide at the UN International Court of Justice. And more from our London bureau and around the world in 5. Please stay with us.